We are Social Blade.
Now, we would like to bring in someone here who, well, actually, she's a famous musician, and we actually would like to first show you a quick video here to introduce. So take a look at this.
Twitter me some love, 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 love. Twitter me some love, 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 love. Dancing, dancing, and the flower dances. The music, music, and the wild dance. Big brother, you let shine. My soul is yearning for the wisdom of the ancient world. My heart is filled with dreams of colored skies for you and me. I've been traveling the earth, searching for light, striding through the dark clouds, wanting to be free. Twitter me some love, love. I need your angels now. Twitter me some love, love, love. Follow me. Twitter me some love, love, love. Send me a musical kiss. Twitter me some love, love, love. Follow me.
I can't tell you how thrilled and excited we are to have such a worldwide, world famous musical songwriter, singer, and many things, all internet. MARCOME, welcome to the Social Blade Show. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, an immense thank you, Patrick, for the invite. I'm really flattered to be with all you guys. Thanks very much for the invite.
Well, I tell you, we really owe it all to Amy Vernon, who said, hey, this would really be a great guest, and she introduced myself to you, and I said, yeah, let me check it out, and sent some links, and I'm like, oh boy, a Twitter song, and that usually gets me excited right there. And I played it, and I tell you what, you're almost mesmerized by listening to it. It's so awesome, and I mean, you catch myself humming it, and I really enjoyed it, as well as some of the other things that I listened to. And of course, when I dropped it into the group, everyone's like, yeah, this is great, get her on. And the more I searched and looked and talked with you, which, by the way, of course, I do with all the guests, and I enjoyed it, and you're a pleasure to speak with, and they were just astounded, and as I was, and let's go ahead and let's get her on, and we were fortunate to get you on, and we really appreciate it. Wanted to start with, you seem to be speaking with a bit of an accent, not like a Newfoundland accent, but a Newfoundland, but some sort of an accent. Tell us a little bit about that.
About my little accent?
Where are you from?
I'm from Quebec in Canada, the French province. So my mother tongue is French, and so that's why I have an accent.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you just a little bit about the song before we move on. I noticed that when you're during the song, you were mentioning some names. And some of them have been guests on the show. Why don't you tell us why and who they were that you were talking about?
Well, actually, a few months back, I've been active on Twitter really since last January and 2009, and I met with different wonderful friends. I see one of them right here. Mwah. My kisses to my brother, my Slovenian brother, and so I was actually gradually I met with different people on Twitter, of course, as everybody does, and I got to chat at some point with Reg Sadler, who's known as Zaibetsu on Twitter. And one night he sent me his phone number, and I called, and he said,
He does that. That's
I love
fine.
Well, he's a women man kind of, isn't he? And finally, he ended up after a few conversations. He said, well, you know what? I mean, you're
Invading the internet, covering Web 2.0, coast to coast, worldwide, and everywhere in between. This is where you put the social in social media. We are Social Blade.
let me try it. And I did spend a few hours, and after 5 hours, the song, actually came out. So you can hear actually the very first line of the song says "Honor to Zaibatsu," and that's what it is. So for most of the people, this is not obvious. And a little later,
Yeah.
I just sent another honor to my brother, my Slovenian brother, my London friend, my best London friend, if I might say.
Yeah.
So that's the little inside story of the track.
Well, and talking with you, I noticed that you were mentioning a lot of other Twitter and even Dig users. Adam, who is he on Dig? MacBook for
MacBook for me.
MacBook for
MacBook
me
for me. I'm sorry, Adam.
Is my first friend on Twitter, and he's he represents very, very well to me the miracle of Twitter that happened for me, for myself. Can't speak for myself, but really it represents that very well, and I keep on seeing that happening, witnessing that kind of opportunity where you have people crossing your path and kind of taking you by the hand and showing you things, exchanging, sharing. And Adam Jones, MacBook Pro for me, did it. And on Twitter, and it's I'm grateful to him forever. I have to fly to London at some point in the next months, that's for sure.
Oh,
To squeeze
nice.
him in my
I'm
arms
sure.
because I love him.
Yeah, well, he's a good guy, and you really, I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with him, but I've when I was on Dig, he was a good Dig user and so on and so forth. A really good guy. What about Ron Calieri? Am I pronouncing that right? The one
Well,
that
Ron
wrote
actually, yeah, Ron Calieri. I would say Calieri. I don't know. It's an Italian name, I guess. Ron is somebody I met on the Twitter stream. I just don't know how he came by, and we exchanged, and we were just, good Twitter buddies in some ways. And at some point, when he saw the Twitter song video, he asked me for an interview to do an article, to be more exact, on his Inventor Spot blog, which is wonderful. And that's how I know Ron, actually.